everyone. So continuing with the last session of the eyeball, we'll move on further with the coats of the eyeball. So the eyeball, it is composed of three main coats or layers. Which are these layers? From outer to inner. From outer to inner. These three layers are the first one, which is the fibrous layer. Can you appreciate here the cornea and the sclera? These two structures form the fibrous layer. Fibrous layer. The cornea forms the anterior 1/6. This is the anterior side. This is the posterior side of the eyeball. So this anterior side, the anterior 1/6 is formed by the cornea, and the posterior 5/6 it is formed by the sclera. Now, what is the function of this layer? It is to protect the intraocular structure. The outermost layer usually has this function. In any organ, if we talk, then its function is to protect the internal structures, and thus is the function of the fibrous layer to protect the intraocular. IO stands for intraocular structures. Moving on to the next layer, which is the vascular layer, which is inside the fibrous layer. So it is the iris, ciliary body, and the choroid. Iris, ciliary body, and the choroid, from anterior to posterior. The vascular layer, it is also known as the uveal tissue. So all the blood supply of the eye is to this layer, the vascular layer. Then the innermost layer is the nervous layer, or the neural layer I should say, which is formed by the retina. Why so? Why is it the neural or the nervous layer? Because it is photosensitive, yes, and it has got rods and cones, which are the photosensitive cells, light cells we should say. Then coming to its function, the function of the vascular layer, of course, it is but obvious, nutrition. Then the retina, the function of the nervous layer is it helps in the visual pathway, or it is a component of the visual pathway, and it projects the visual image. Whatever we see, it will project it to the visual cortex through the visual pathway, so that it helps in performing visual functions. Now moving on to the next thing. It is the segment of the eyeball. So now this thing is very important to understand what are the different segments of the eyeball. So I already mentioned anterior segment, that means there has to be a posterior segment too. So this thing that is between the cornea and the lens, including the lens, it is known as the anterior segment, and anything behind the lens, that is the posterior segment. This thing is your anterior segment, and this thing is your posterior segment. The anterior segment has many structures, like, can you name them? Yes, the cornea, the iris, the ciliary body, zonules, the lens, and it is filled with a fluid, a gel-like substance known as the aqueous humor. Similarly, the posterior chamber includes all the structures posterior to the lens, whether it be the vitreous humor, the retina, the vitreous humor, the retina, the choroid, or the optic disc, somewhere here, through which the optic nerve passes. So all these structures are included in the posterior chamber. Now the anterior segment, further, it is divided into two chambers. The anterior segment, it is divided into two chambers. Now let us see those two chambers. This chamber, which is in front of the iris, that is known as the anterior chamber. Which is in front of the iris is known as the anterior chamber. If I talk about the boundaries, then it will be more clear to you. The boundaries of the anterior chamber, so anteriorly it is bounded by, if this is the anterior chamber, anteriorly it is bounded by the posterior surface of cornea. Can you relate it? Posterior surface of cornea. Posteriorly, if I talk, it is bounded by the anterior surface of iris. This is the iris. So anterior surface of iris plus the part of ciliary body. Part of ciliary body also covers the anterior chamber. So what is it? Anterior surface of iris plus part of ciliary body, and it is filled with aqueous humor. Both the anterior chamber and the posterior chamber are filled with aqueous humor. And what is the quantity of aqueous humor in the anterior chamber? It is 0.25 ml aqueous humor. Fine. Moving on to the next thing, which is the posterior chamber. So now let us see where is the posterior chamber. It is located behind the iris here, and it is triangular in shape. It is located behind the iris on both the sides, and it is somewhat triangular in shape. So it is triangular in shape, located behind the iris. Let me use a different color over here. And talking about its boundaries, now can you name me the boundaries of the posterior chamber? Mind it that there are 3 boundaries because it is a triangle. So the anterior boundary, it will be formed by the posterior surface of iris. Posterior surface of iris, along with it part of ciliary body. Let me make it more clear. So it is what? So the anterior border is formed by the posterior boundary of iris and part of ciliary body. Part of ciliary body. The posterior boundary, it is formed by the lens and the zonules. The lens and the zonules. Lens and the zonules will form the posterior boundary, and the lateral boundaries, it will be formed by, of course, the ciliary body. It will be formed by ciliary bodies. See the lateral boundaries. It will be formed by this is the lateral boundary that will be formed by the ciliary body. The posterior boundary by the lens and the zonule, and anterior boundary by the posterior surface of the iris. So that is the boundaries of the posterior chamber. And if I talk about its capacity of anterior humor, aqueous humor, so it has got 0.06 ml of aqueous humor.